Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of December. Wow, I should just go with this. Look at that. First card jumps right out of the deck. This is your patron card. This is the Devil card. This is the card that rules Capricorn. So you know what, we're going to start with that. We are going to definitely go with that energy. Again, this is for the week of December 11th through 17th on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this resonates with you. So let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread and see what you are up to this week, right? That is, when something like that happens, you know, usually I'll just put the card back in, keep shuffling, but not when it is your specific card, right? I mean, that is, this Devil energy is all Capricorn all day. This is your patron card. This card rules your sign, and I think that's a wonderful, very auspicious way to start a reading, right? And what we see, mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We don't want to forget that. We'll look at that at the end. Hopefully that'll tie the reading together and give us just, you know, more confirmation, more synchronicity. So this Devil card, right? What are you up to this week? You are manifesting abundance. This is going to be, I think, a very successful week for you. I think you're going to find that a lot of your plans, a lot of your efforts are coming to fruition this week, right? I think you've had a lot of things going on. I think you've been working really hard. You've been trying to accomplish a lot. And I think you're going to start to see the benefits of that. I think this Princess of Discs is really bringing some really nice gifts for you this week. I think this is going to be the result of all of the hard work. I think you're going to see the payoff this week. I think you're going to get the checks in the mail. You're going to get what you've been expecting. The things are really going to start materializing, okay? And it's through your efforts. It's through all of your hard work. We've got that Devil card here. It's through your, really, that major energy that you have in your life, that really intense, almost like you don't know where it comes from. This kind of ambition, this intensity, this focus. And maybe people in the past have not really been so supportive. This is the Queen of Swords. This is in the recent past. I think the Swords people, this particular Swords person or air sign person, I think they've been a little bit of a troublemaker in your life for some time now. If I remember correctly, a lot of your readings have an air sign person in them that's causing a little bit of mischief, right? Or has been. And I think that's done and over with now. I think this person is really kind of no longer a factor here. This is in the recent past. So I feel like you've already kind of knocked this thing out. You're already pretty much done with this person. You've sorted out whatever the issue was with them, okay? And I'm happy to hear that. Trust me. I didn't want another air sign person causing you trouble this week yet again, right? So I think that's done. I don't think we need to talk too much about that, but I'm sure some more of that energy will pop up as we go through, just to kind of see maybe how that was resolved or what the issue was there. But I'm just so stoked about this Devil and this Princess of Discs. I think literally everything that you've been trying to accomplish is going to materialize for you this week. I think you're going to start to get all of those benefits, all of those rewards, all of that prosperity, all of that abundance from all of your hard work, right? And it's almost going to seem like it's coming out of nowhere, or it's going to seem like suddenly someone is just bringing you like a sack full of presents, right? And it's going to feel like that. But know that it's through your efforts, it's through your hard work, right? And it may be, you know, a situation where you weren't expecting things to really happen now. You were thinking maybe there would be many more months of hard work before you really started to see something happen. But I think this is the week that it's going to really start to come in, and it's going to be like kind of a surprise. It's going to be a nice surprise, okay? This abundance is going to materialize, this reward, this prosperity. I think it's coming your way this week. Now, there are more energies to talk about, so let's move on to, this is kind of interesting. In the immediate future, we've got this Seven of Cups, right? So all of this abundance that's materializing, it's really going to lead you to perhaps a little overindulgence, a little too much enjoyment of things, right? And so I think, but you know, sometimes usually even I would say the Seven of Cups is kind of a negative card, kind of a warning, kind of a card that says, look, things are going to just spoil, things are going to get rotten. In this case, because of the energy that we're coming from here, I think this is really a card that's saying, look, just enjoy it, right? Have the extra piece of cake, have another glass of wine, really enjoy yourself, enjoy the celebration. You've earned it. All of this abundance, all of this prosperity that you're receiving this week, you've earned it. And you've earned your repose. You've earned your enjoyment, your celebration. You've earned like that second scoop of ice cream. You know what I mean? So just go ahead and indulge. I think that's what this card is saying, in a safe and responsible manner, of course. But this is saying to let yourself enjoy the fruits of your labor, for God's sake, right? You've had, I think, a lot of challenging readings in the recent weeks, last month, a few months even. I think they've been pretty challenging. But I think now we're really coming out the other side of that, right? Really getting in front of things. And this is going to be, I really feel like, a very prosperous week for you. So let yourself enjoy it, right? Once this week is through and all of this has materialized and it's been realized with you, allow yourself a little bit of rest and relaxation. Take a mini vacation. Take a spa day, right? Enjoy yourself, treat yourself. And that's the meaning here of this Seven of Cups. In this case, it's really talking about, look, you've kind of triumphed over a lot of this adversity, a lot of this friction, a lot of this trouble, these problems that we've been having, especially with that pesky air sign person. So you've been through a lot, so you've got to allow yourself to kind of celebrate this win, right? You've been victorious over this. You haven't lost faith or hope. You haven't lost heart. You've kept at it. Despite the challenges, despite the adversity, you've kept at it. And now you're on top. Things are going your way this week. I'm very happy for you. Some other energy that we see here at the top here of the Path of the Dove is this Ten of Cups. And this is satiety. This is like you've just had your fill of things, right? And I think that there's a couple of meanings here of this card, especially considering that it's at the top of the Path of the Dove. So this is like your aspiration. This is what you really are kind of looking toward. And this is like your complete fulfillment and happiness, right? Like you just want all of this hard work to kind of be done on the one hand, right? You're tired of like working so hard and not having anything to show for it. You kind of just want a more easy, more relaxed, more luxurious and leisurely kind of time with things, okay? At least right now in your life. And because I see that this is kind of like what you're looking up to, like what you're kind of hoping for is just this a little bit of ease. You've been working so hard for so long. You just want to have everything that you need. You want things to be in abundance. You want to be satisfied, right? Satiety, Ten of Cups. You want your cups to be filled. And I think you deserve that, right? I think this is a reasonable thing to be wishing for, to be hoping for. Because of all of this hard work, all of the adversity that you faced, you really just want an easy time of things, at least for now, a little bit of a break, right? And I think that's what this card's kind of talking about. But this is also a card that says, we don't want too much of a good thing. We don't want to be completely satisfied because then there's the risk that we're not going to get back to the hard work, right? If you have too much of this satiety, too much of this satisfaction, too much of this attaining all of your goals, too much of this Ten of Cups, then you might not want to return to that hard work struggle anymore. You know what I mean? So this is a card that says, look, you want everything. You want to have it all you deserve. You aspire to this just more easy life, more easygoing. And I use the term luxurious, right? Just to kind of emphasize that you just want to relax and have what you need and enjoy yourself and not have the pain and hard work and struggle day in and day out, right? And that's okay. but you have to be ready for that day to come where, okay, it's time to get back to work now, right? It's time to trade our slippers and bathrobe for our work attire once more, okay? And that's just my interpretation of this card, okay? I'm not saying what's right or wrong. There's no value judgments here. It's just kind of the energy that I'm getting from that card, right? I think it's a really good thing. I think it's a really good card. Now, what we see beneath the surface is this Princess of Cups. I wonder if there aren't some kind of new emotions stirring up in you. I wonder if you're starting to kind of have a little bit of different interest, a different focus in terms of either in terms of your love life, your romantic life, your emotional situation. If you're starting to kind of get some new ideas, some new feelings there, or if this is about now that some of this hard work is done, right? And now that there's this opportunity to enjoy these cups, right? Enjoy your success, treat yourself, rest, relax, slippers and bathrobe kind of time. I wonder now if your heart isn't starting to kind of yearn a little bit for some different things, right? Now that the business thing is kind of taken care of for now, right? All of that hard work, the conflict with the swords person, the air sign person, the abundance is coming in, the hard work, you can kind of take off your boots now for a little while. Is your heart now starting to kind of daydream a little bit? Just have more different interests, a little bit of a yearning for something else, for a sense of adventure, a sense of excitement or passion, or a different kind of love interest, or just like you want to start painting, or you know what I mean, something that your soul, your heart is just kind of like wanting something new, something more stimulating on a different plane than all of this hard work and conflict and success and so a little bit more of that yearning of your soul for something that's a little bit more watery, a little bit more connected to the spiritual aspirations, the emotions, the heart, right? So ask yourself if there's something like that, if you've been feeling a little bit of that lately. Now, this is beneath the surface. This is at the bottom of the path of the dove. So this could be something that you've been getting just a little hint of, a little inkling of this feeling, little bit of that, right? But it's still kind of beneath the surface. So you might need to shine a little bit of a light on that and see if that is really, if that's something that you need in your life right now. Is that a part of you that is yearning for something? Okay. I hope I made that clear, because I see that is kind of just some new energy that's stirring in you. And I think it's worthwhile to take a look at that. But we are going to take a look at the path of the serpent now, because there are some other more interesting things over here. I think this was a pretty good path over here. I like the energy that's over there. I like what's going on this week. But I see your general energy is one of this moon energy. Okay. And I think with the moon here being your general energy is that I feel like your attention is starting to drift away from all of this hard work, all of this business, especially with that conflict with that air sign person, all of the hard work that you've been struggling with to make this, life a success, like your business or whatever it is. All of that struggle now, I think that not that you're losing interest or losing any of that enduring devil energy, right? And I think the devil is a very good card, by the way. There are a lot of people that think the devil is some evil entity, right? But in terms of these tarot cards and my interpretation of them, there is no particular card that is good or evil, okay? They both are, all of the cards are dynamic in their nature, right? They're very fluid. They can be very negative, or they can be very positive. The devil energy in this context, in this situation, the way we saw today, is absolutely a positive card, okay? People hear devil, they think, ooh, scary. No. Anyway, the moon card here. The moon card could be a little scary. This could be part of your energy, part of your imagination, part of your kind of, your mental wandering, right? Your inner life that is starting to shift to other things, that is kind of losing a little bit of interest in these day-to-day mundane work-related or domestic-related physical manifested realities. Okay? I think you're getting a little bit more, you're going inward a little bit more. You're getting a little bit more creative in your thinking. You're spending more time daydreaming or literally dreaming. I think you're starting to use your imagination more. I think you're more concerned now with creativity than with the practical, kind of mundane business activities. And so it's the moon card here. It's kind of a waxing and a waning. I think some days you feel very much just aloof or withdrawn, very much in your head, in your imagination, in your daydreams, right? And then other days, you may feel a little bit less connected with your inner life. But I think you have a rich inner life, and I think you're rediscovering that. And I think that's very important. And I think that is related here to this Princess of Cups that we saw. I think that some similar energies here. And so with this as your general energy, I also feel like you're kind of waiting for the dawn of something new, right? You're waiting for, or you're expecting, or you're trying to usher in this new period of your life where you can be more creative, where you can express more of your soul desires, your deeper aspirations, right? Those deep yearnings that you have in your soul. I think you're trying to usher in that new morning, okay? I think there's been a lot of struggle, a lot of hard work, and now you're just kind of, you're ready. You're daydreaming about like what you want the next phase of your life to be, what this kind of golden dawn is going to look like, right? What is this new energy, this new outlook, maybe this new vision of your life, right? So I think you're starting to really consider a lot more of these deeper or more subtle existential questions, more projections about the future, more expression of your imagination, your creativity, those soul, heart yearnings that we're talking about, right? I think the moon card is very, very good at demonstrating that, okay? Now, the next card that we see is some of this air energy. I think this is connected briefly, just for a moment, okay, with this air sign person that's been causing all the mischief as of late. I think you have vanquished them. I think that you have put them in their place. I think that you have communicated with certainty and confidence where they stand, what their place is, what the situation is. I think you told them what they needed to hear. I think you told them how it is, what it is, and they have kind of succumbed to your will, right? I think they've been put in their place with this Five of Swords here. I think that you used your active energy, right, with the air energy, your communication. I think that you maybe had some harsh words with them. You maybe sat them down and told them exactly how it is. And you communicated yourself. You communicated your intentions, your authority. I think that it, I don't know how they handled it. Probably not too well, right? Thinking about how they've kind of behaved in the past. They probably didn't handle it too well, but that's okay. You asserted yourself and you got this thing taken care of. And that's really all we need to say about that. But I think what the Five of Swords is also saying is in all of your relationships in life right now, you have a little bit of this active air energy going about you. You're a lot more assertive, a lot more confident, a lot more blunt, a lot more direct in your communication. And I think that's a good thing, right? I think that your dealings with this air sign person, when you took care of that issue, I think it really lit something up in you where now you're just like, you're kind of on a roll and you're just being very direct, very blunt, very assertive in your communication. And I love that. The next card now, this is in the position of your fears, worries, concerns. What's a little bit of anxiety that you got going on this week? We see a Princess of Wands. I think that this is in some ways similar to this Princess of Cups, right? This was the kind of the first stirrings of these new soul desires, these yearnings of the heart, right? And you're just starting to kind of get a sense of that. And then these are the first stirrings of a more maybe career-oriented, more ambitious, more energetic, or like life path, kind of career path stirrings, right? The yearnings for new adventures, new challenges, new career opportunities. Okay. So I think this might be really what we've talked about already with the Ten of Cups, how, you've gotten everything you've wanted. Everything is very, very satisfied right now, right? You have this satiety. All of these cups are filled. You're worried that maybe you're not going to get that spark back to go out and tackle some new business or to put more energy into this, that you're not going to get out of your slippers and bathrobe and get the work attire back on, And this is the beginning of that kind of ambitious, career-focused, business energy again, right, with this fire. And it's the princess, so it's just like the stirrings of that. And maybe you're worried that you're not going to feel that again, that you're going to want to stay in your slippers and bathrobe for the rest of your life, right? Which, hey, I would if I could. So I think that might be part of the dilemma that you're facing this coming week. But I don't see there really being a lot of struggle this week. I think really, the fight of your life that you're going to have is just when you're ready to kind of get back to this business ambition again, when you're going to decide that the vacation's over. You know what I mean? And that's a pretty good concern to have, I think. As far as struggles go, I'll take that one, right? I'll take the slippers and bathrobe for as long as I can. Knowing that eventually, yes, you will get this Princess of Wands. You'll get this kind of eagerness to get back to work. You know what I mean? So I would say enjoy it while you can. The final card that we see on the path of the Serpent is this star energy. This is some air energy, right? This is Aquarius. This is air. This is similar, because it's related via the air. It's related to this air sign person and this new assertiveness that you have in your communication. And I think really that is kind of a really great benefit for you in the future, is having this kind of newfound ability to communicate your will, to really express yourself. And I think that it's going to have far-reaching implications. It's not just going to be that you're more blunt and more direct in your kind of day-to-day interactions with people, right? Which is a good thing. That's a very practical benefit. But I think you're going to have this really direct and blunt connection with like your higher spirit, your guardian angels, the universal energy, whatever you want to call it. I think you've got like a direct line to that now. And I think it's really just through all of this self-knowledge that you've been gaining, right? All of this work that you've been doing, both on the inner planes, right, which we see with the Moon card, and we see with, with the Princess of Cups as well. A lot of stuff going on in the inside. You're really kind of listening to yourself, getting to know yourself, your internal world, right? You have a rich imagination, a rich internal life. I think you're really starting to see how the blessings are really coming to you, but at the same time, you are forging the connection to that universal harmony, to that resonance, right? So I think the Star card here is really showing some spiritual insight on your part, some real connection to soul and to spirit. And I think this is one of the more long-term, more intangible, more subtle benefits to all of this work, all of this struggle, all of this conflict that we've been seeing for weeks now. I think is all really leading up to this sense of spiritual grace, this accepting of blessings, this forging a connection with, your higher power, your guardian angels, whatever you want to call it, with that higher mystery. Okay. And a lot of that spiritual understanding and the spiritual insight and intuition that you're gaining through all of this work, the internal component especially of all of this work, what you're learning about yourself, what you're coming to understand about your own nature and powers. Okay. You're forging that connection. Let's take a look at this confirmation card, this mystery card. This was a wonderful, wonderful reading for you. I'm so excited for how this week is going to go for you. I really hope you'll leave me some comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you think about all of this, all right? But the mystery card, the confirmation card, what is this? What could this be? maybe some more Earth, although, you know, the only Earth card that we had today, other than Capricorn card, the Devil card, was this Princess of Discs, but we don't need any other Earth cards. This is the most complete, the most abundant, most just wonderful Earth card we could get. So I don't think this is going to be any more Earth. Maybe some more fire. There wasn't a ton of fire today. Yeah, fire. 9 of Wands. This is fire. This is like, you know, I just got through saying how you're forging this connection with your internal life, right? With your own nature and powers. I said that there are these stirrings in your heart that are kind of yearning to be expressed and to be realized. I think that you're forging a connection with the spiritual plane, with your, you know, the higher powers, the universal energy, the greater mystery of life. That's exactly what this card shows. It's the sun and the moon conjoined, connected. There's a direct channel now between your conscious mind and your heart. There's a direct channel now between the spiritual sun and your personality, right? Your soul, your personal soul. There's a direct connection between your head and your heart. A direct connection between the external and the internal worlds, where your external reality is starting to resonate and harmonize, resonate and harmonize more with what you've got going on inside. So this is a card really that confirms like the last 5 minutes of the reading, right? Everything that I just said. And so this is wonderful. This shows an inner strength, a resolve, a real confidence, a real connection that I think is the more practical aspect, the more manifested, mundane aspect of this star card. Okay, the star card is receiving the blessings, you know, channeling in, receiving in all of this great, wonderful spiritual energy. At the same time, dumping out anything that's not working anymore, right? Getting rid of the old energy. So there's this flow, this sense of like constant flow, you know, like a river kind of. And then with the nine of Wands, this is strength. This is the same flow, but in a practical, in a more realized, you know, tangible, physical kind of reality where it's really starting to show up in your life. You know what I mean? So it's kind of as above, so below a little bit. Anyway, we're going to take a quick look in the extended. If you want to become a member to the channel, you can click on the link in the description box. And I do encourage you to do that. It's not very expensive and it really helps out the channel. I really appreciate all of the love and support. I thank you so much just for joining me and watching this video today. That's really what matters, and I appreciate that very, very much. Anyway, this was your weekly tarot reading for December 11th through December 17th here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. And I'll see you again.